Tangler. I want to welcome you back to the 100 Days of Zentangle Project 2021. Thank you guys so much for being with me for the last 86 days. Wow. And thank you guys all who are here live in chat. I really appreciate you guys being so supportive for this live stream stuff. Means the world to me. So thank you guys. Don't forget to like the video if you did. And yeah, I'll appreciate it. Okay. Let me move some stuff around here. Find my tile. So for today, we are going to be working on a gray tile. And I'm going to be using a black PN. Am I good? Yeah, a black PN, black 01. And my sketch and wash and a white charcoal pencil. I am really enjoying shading with the sketch and wash. I like, you know how I am about dark. Now this is a bit messy still, but I like how nice and deep the shading gets when I activate it. And if I use it with charcoal and I do a better job here, I can get a pretty smooth blend in there. If I add a little bit of pencil. So this has been really fun. So this is the pattern VACHE or VACHE. Okay, who's in chat? Is Christiana in chat? One of you lovely French people tell me how you say cow in French. Is it with a ch, or is it with a sh sound? Vache, something like that. So is say, ch, Valerie says. So it's vache or vache. That's what I wanted to know. All right. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. All right. Le mou. All right. We got the crowd going already. Le mou. All right. I like it. Thank you. That was that was helpful. All right. Well, we have Le Mu 1 here, Vache 1, and this is by CZT Genevieve Crab, and she is in Canada, I believe. And this one is called Strata, and it is by Jane Monk. She is also a CZT, and she is in Tasmania in Australia. Oh, man. Well, the girls and I had a good time yesterday in the Zoom meeting. We had a lot of fun getting to know each other and seeing each other's art. I don't know about them, but I really enjoyed myself. And so I want to hear from you guys in comments and in chat whether you guys want to try the Zoom meeting thing more. Like maybe make it a weekly thing. Yeah, because I really loved sharing art with you guys. That was awesome. That filled my cup. It really did. Since that is the reason that I do this channel, is to help people find Zentangle, and you guys told me so many times yesterday that I helped you do that, and that means the world to me. Okay, enough soppy stuff. Who came from Arkansas? It's PJ is in Arkansas. She's in Texarkana, I believe. Or she might be in Texas. Is it PJ? PJ's from Arkansas, isn't she? So we'll find out, okay? Hi, Nancy. Okay. Good luck with that. I hope your husband is doing well, Nancy. All right. I am going to start paying attention to what we're doing. We're working on gray, so I'm going to get my tile out. Nancy Pierce is in Arkansas now. We know the answer. All right. So I am going to use my sketch and wash pencil, and I'm going to start a tile. No, Marianne, you're all right. You're all right, sweetie. And I'm going to go ahead and do a squared off border on this. And of course, you guys use your dots if that's what you're used to. Once again, I have trouble with squared off borders and dots, and I think anybody that watches my channel is going to understand why. Yes. All right. Now, what I want you to do is take your pencil or your sketch and wash, whatever you're going to use, okay? Vosh. Okay. Okay, Christiana. Thank you. I see. Vosh. Hey, Layla, that's great. She said she contacted the CZT where she lives, and they're going to come and give her a private lesson. That's awesome. Angela, she forgot we were tangling today. Okay, everybody pay attention now. Oh, quick question. Which sketch and wash pen? Oh, now you're starting with me. How do I know, girl? Which sketch and wash? Oh my goodness, this is a 5. That is a good question. I don't know which one Zentangle uses, but mine looks like a 5. Does that say 588? I don't know what that is. So probably 5BB, something like that. I can't tell. But whatever it is, it's pretty soft, so I'm guessing really soft. No, this is 588 is what this says. It doesn't have a hardness, Angela says. Oh, okay, Valerie. All right. Zenanigans. Oh my goodness. Nancy Houghton, you're going to start writing my copy for me, girl. She said the Zenanigans have begun. She knows that shenanigans is my very favorite word. All right. So I'm going to stop paying attention to chat because they are sucking me in today. And we are going to tangle. Oh, yeah, I'm going to stay in camera. All right. Let's try this and see if it'll work. What I want you to do is take your pencil or your sketch and wash or whatever you want to use. And I'm going to start in one corner, and I'm going to do what I did on this tile, and that is just make some loops and some funky lines on it and sort of divide my tile up like that, okay? And I'm going to leave some decent sized sections in there for me to fill up, all right? So I'm going to go like this. Yours can look however you want, okay? So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the inside of that, all right? And I'm going to make an R line, okay? And I'm going to stop. Well, actually, there's no point in that, is there? I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to aura all the way around with my sketch and wash. And keeping in mind that I can still erase if I want to. So what I'm doing is creating a ribbon here. And I'm quite frankly not doing a very good job. Really not. That's okay. You know what? It's going to be what it's going to be, and I'm going to quit worrying about it. Now, when I come back on it, I'm not going to cross. Hey! This is not the time for you guys to have a fight in here. Sorry. The kids are frisky. Sorry about that. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell on live. Yeah. All right. Oh, goodness, it's going to be one of those days. Okay. So what I'm wanting is to make this a ribbon that folds underneath itself, okay? So I went all the way around without worry the first time. And then I'm auraing on the inside of this, trying to keep this straight, right? Or rather curved. And I'm going to try to figure out where this is going to come out over here and continue. All right? Now when I get over here, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to make it come over here, and then I'm going to do this. Okay? Then I'm going to be a weenie, because it's going to matter later. Don't tell anybody I was a weenie. It'll be our secret. Okay, where'd it go? Where's my secret weapon? There it is. It was hiding. And just because it's going to matter from a shading standpoint, I'm going to lift that line out. And perhaps any extraneous graphite that I might have left in the wrong spot. Shh, don't tell. It's going to be okay. We're just going to do it this one time. Just this one time, guys. All right? Okay, so this is what I've got. A secret with 52 people watching. Well, it's my Zenders, so I'm feeling fairly confident that it'll be fine. All right, now I'm going to draw with my PN, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and draw this line in.
Also,
and this is,
guys, make sure to stay safe and don't get COVID. Right, Cindy?
That's right. Don't get COVID. Preferably get your vaccine, but you know, if you're against that, I'm not going to tell you what to do. It's not my business. But I really think it would be a good idea. I've had mine. All right. Both shots. Just saying. Trust science, guys. You may not like the answer it gives you, but it's still going to be the right answer, or at least the real answer. And of course, if you want to fix any of your lines, this is an opportunity to do that with your ink pen. Of course, once you've used this, then you're done. I might have shaved that off a little bit. It's going to be okay, though. Well, hey. Hi, Reckon Carrie. That's a great name for a tow service. I hope that's a tow service, is it? Oh no, Patty says she can't do her vaccine because of leukemia. So we're going to keep you safe. And take Mari's advice and don't get COVID. He may make me nuts, but he's a smart kid, so you should listen to him. Do I want to break my... Oh, do I want to... I don't know. I really don't. All right. Okay. So I am completely and thoroughly distracted, and I do apologize for those of you who are watching the replay. Let me get my act in gear. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is use this shape as a way we've divided our tile, basically. We've got sections here and here that we can fill or leave blank as we will. And I sort of liked my negative space on this tile. So I may leave some out. We're going to find out. So I think let's start by drawing that all-important aura of separation. And I'm still using my PN. I will use my 0, 1 when I get to the fills. That will help me keep this band in the foreground. Now you can tangle in this ribbon if you want. Shattuck would work really well in here. I don't know if yeah, I think I did. It's one of those days where I can't remember if I did the tangle introduction or not. You guys laugh at me. Go ahead. I did not mean to do that. I think what I'll do is go ahead and fake this a little bit. So what I intended was to make separate sections. And so this would have been an internal aura to this section. And I'm going to handle that like that. Somebody in chat said, I'm going to stick with my tiles. They can't give me COVID. Preach it. Preach it. Zentangle is my favorite safe activity. Hands down. And now I've got to fix this over here. It'll be all right. We'll deal. That one got a little wide. But we're going to love it anyway, as we do all of our little shenanigans. Okay. So let's do VACHE. I hope I did that. Look at me saying cow in French today. I'm so awesome. Let's all say it together. Calm down, Cindy. Calm down. That's what my Sean used to always say to me. When I'd get all wound up about something, he'd say, calm down, Cindy. Just calm down. It'll be all right. Okay. So here's where I'm at. This wild and crazy thing with an aura on the inside. And I think what we're going to do is put VACHE in here. So the way we do VACHE, it's easy. We're just going to make some sections, and they can look however you want them to look. I'm going to sort of wiggle waggle mine. Let's see. And if you don't have much room, you can, you know, handle that however you want. So I guess mine are going to be wiggly. I might divide this up or not. I think I'll leave it. Okay. So, oh, I forgot to switch to my other pen. So I'm going to switch to my 01 now, because I want there to be a line difference between the hatching in this pattern and the rest and the divisions. So now what we want to do is we want to do an internal aura, and my caution is, and I had this problem, was just going to the edge, and I want you to make an aura around the whole thing. So I'm going to start around the side that I would normally forget to put in, which I did earlier several times. So just go all the way around, okay? Right here, Cindy, don't do that. Turn the corner. Now, if you wanted to make your lines straight or look different somehow, don't do that, Cindy. You can do that. This technique is going to work whatever shapes you use. You will just get something completely different each time, depending. VACHE. French is such an awesome language. Everything sounds so cool. Is that just me? Well, Simba is in the house. River is going to help out. Everybody stop barking. A little help here, Mari. River. All right. All right. I'm back. Sorry. It makes me crazy when the kids decide to get all head up while we're doing... Oh, my goodness, River. I'm going to get a 6-foot whip and just... every time she does that. Do you think that would be a deterrent? Probably not, huh? Take your time, Valerie. Who's biting toes? Those guys in chat, they're nuts. Is it any wonder I get distracted? Anybody that missed the Zoom class that still wants to participate can. Don't forget, I left the link for that on the community tab on my channel page here on YouTube. We will try to have another one in the next week or so before the end. And I suppose this is as good a time as any to announce that I went ahead and I bit the bullet and I started a Facebook group yesterday just for you guys. So I haven't figured out a bunch of stuff, and I'm about to let Nancy in there to see what she can do about it. We'll see. So hang in there. It's temporarily named Tireless Zenders, but I would love to hear your name choices or possibilities or thoughts or ideas for a better one if you have one. I've decided to do Voce in here. Why, guys? Because I can. You guys don't use that to get into trouble. I'm just saying. I know, especially you group in chat. You are a wild and crazy bunch. Any of you guys remember Steve Martin? I'm a wild and crazy guy. All right. Cindy Zinders, Marianne said. Or Marion. I'm not sure which way you say it. Oh, the Bristol Zoo is soggy today, apparently. Hi, Kay. How we doing? Okay, so the last step on Vosh is to fill these with a fill. Could be any fill, but the one that I like the best is the one she has in the step out, which is just straight hatched lines. And I'm trying to decide which straight I'm gonna use. Because if I use like a straight like this, then I would have trouble being straight, I think. What if I did this straight? That might be easier. So I'm gonna vary my line weight and probably let myself wiggle on these. I might put an intentional sparkle in here and there, but I'm going to try to just let my line weight do it. Whether or not I'm successful, we're going to find out. Take your time on this part. This is where the messiness begins with me. Is I think straight, short lines, I can do this, and then pretty soon I'm going too fast. And I'm overshooting my lines. And then I've got a messy mess. And we don't like messy messes. Of course, I've also got some lines that are going in a different direction, but we're going to love them. Well, I'm definitely wiggling today. I need to breathe today. I am wound tight. Now, doesn't that look cool? I love the way these look. Yes, Valerie says there is a variation where she uses orbs inside. There is. That's the one called Vache 2, I believe. Or would that be Vache 2? Marianne. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Where does one get hexagon tiles? That's a new one for me. Zentangle doesn't have any. There may be a CCT somewhere. Gosh, moo. There may be. Stop making me laugh, chat. Okay, so what was the question? Oh, the hexagon tiles. Somebody may make them, and you might see if Jenny Peruzzi. She does what do you call that when you punch out the plastic mold thing, like oh, what do you call those? Oh my god, my brain just went blank. um you know, the little forms you draw around on the inside to do what do you call that? Anyway, I'm talking about making a punch. Hobby Room makes them. See, there you go. Thank you, Angela. Cindy does a brilliant little booklet. Is that title book? Oh, little. You mean the little? You're talking about the Dingbats zine? No, yeah, the zine project, right? That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Except the ending wasn't very good of that project because I got sick right at the end. All right, so don't turn your tile, Cindy. Keep going the same direction. And you could always change these up if you wanted to with orbs, I suppose. I don't know. That might be a completely different look. I love the way this looks. But then I'm a big fan of these parallel lines. I guess they're hatch lines, even if they are long. They're all going the same direction. I'm calling it hatched. Do Nancy Pierce, do they have punches that are large size, like tile size? Like, would you be able to get a hexagon punch that would match the size like of a Zendala tile? Don't turn. This is where I have problems. I want to make them all go different directions. We're going to do that in a minute. Yes, that was from my zine project. It was a Dingbats project. That was fun. It was fun. I liked the sea. It was just happenstance that we happen to share the same awesome letter. Come on, Cindy, you can do better than this. Slow down. So I went to friend Nancy on Facebook, Nancy Pierce on Facebook, because we weren't friends yet. And she has a Simon and Garfunkel background on it. It says, imagine there's what? It reminds you of the Simon and Garfunkel song. Or was that the Beatles? I don't know. She's on my radar now. Imagine there's no heaven. Need more Texans. Uh-oh. Soggy Abilene. Oh, it's John Lennon. Thank you, Debbie. That's a good song, isn't it? All right, over here. Might as well have been Simon and Garfunkel. You know, they had some really good... I can't remember if they wrote them together or what, but they have really good poetry in their music. I mean, that song, Cecilia, do you guys know that? Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. You're shaking my... That song is awesome. Jubilation, she loves me again. Well, yeah. Thank you, Marilyn, for always making What the Well my favorite curse now. Makes it all worthwhile, I tell you. All right. So we have put our cows in the pasture. That's right. That's right. I've got the crowd. I've got the crowd singing Simon and Garfunkel and John Lennon and all kinds of good stuff now. Now that we're all in the 60s frame of mind, let's look at Strata or Strata. She says, Jane says that she did this because it reminded her of sort of a bunch of earth with, you know, pebbles and different shapes and things like that in it. So, all right. Sound of Silence. Even my child knows that one. Need a song list on Spotify? Yes, Allison. Yes. I'm going to do a Zender's Spotify playlist. Sounds like a plan. I can do that. Okay. Wow. I'm really sorry. I'm going to need to figure out a way to edit this video because it is a mess. Okay. Strata. Okay. So what we're going to do on this, I'm going to switch back to my PN for just a minute. I'm not going to read chat because they're going to suck me back in. And what we're going to do here is something really fun. We're just going to draw in some random shapes like triangles. And orbs. And maybe some square. Maybe I'll put a triangle over here. I should have put an orb in, huh? And squares. And more orbs. And I'm going to put another one here. And perhaps a triangle. I don't think I want to go any further than that. We need some more squares. Just put them wherever you want. I don't know if Roseanne is here, but willy-nilly, Roseanne, willy-nilly. That one was just for you. Christiana says, what the well is going on with this tile now? The answer to your question, honey, is I don't know. I don't know. You know what? This needs a rectangle. There. I think that's good. Now, bye, CJ. See you next time. All right. The square window, the rhombus. All right, 0, 1, okay? And for those of you that know the tangle batten, this is going to be very similar to dealing with that. What we're going to do is we're going to start by connecting these shapes with some straight lines. Maybe 3, maybe 4. And we're just going to go from shape to shape. And connect them. These lines can be slanted if you want, diagonal lines. They can go to the edge. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do here. I think I'm just going to I'll just draw behind on that. And then, now here's the beautiful part of this tangle. You can't get it wrong. It's impossible. Okay? You might be asking yourself, or not, Cindy, can I do it here? Yes, you can. I don't need to know where it is. You can. Cindy, can I connect these two? Yes, you can. You can do whatever you want. Do it. Do it, I say, do it. Sim, River, no, 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 no. Hush. Uh-oh, somebody's here. Sorry, guys. Oh, my goodness. River, baby, honey. And so we're going to keep adding lines. They're going to go here and there, and it is a bloody madhouse, I'm telling you. We're going to go here and there and everywhere. It's not going to matter where you go or what you do. It's not going to matter how many lines. It's not going to matter which way they point. It's not going to matter where they come out from. It's not going to matter where they end up, right? All you really want is to put some different angles in there, sort of like batten. That's where I get that comparison. So I'm just going to fill in my spaces. First, I go ahead and connect all of my, well, okay, usually, unless I get stuck in a corner over here like this. And then this is what we do. We just keep working the lines in, going in different directions until we have the space filled. And as we did on these, you want to take your time so you don't get too messy. Like me. John. John said when my dog started barking, his dogs looked up from their nap and he told him it was his phone, and so they went back to sleep. I like it. So, one thing that isn't on the step out that I sort of found myself doing in my examples was putting these little batten-like inked in areas here and there where there was a little triangle, and I found that to be a fun addition to it. So you can do that or not, as you will. This is a great tangle to teach kids if you have any of those rugrats running around. Because why? They can't get it wrong. Not that they could anyway. I think this one's begging for a little inked spot, so I'm just going to put one in here. And again, this is not in the step out. This is a Cindy thing, and you do not have to do it. Again, just start with 3 or 4 straight lines and then work out from there. It does, Christiana. She said fur babies sounds like they badly need to go to the salon. Maybe they do. The puppy salon. I wonder if the salon would take my VACHE. Thank goodness I don't have one of those. Can't get it wrong, so don't worry about it. Just do whatever you want. Have fun. Am I going too fast? It's storming in Kansas. Well, I hope it doesn't come down here. Well, for all of us that are getting rain, this is a good thing to do on a rainy afternoon. For those who are not, it's a good thing to do on a sunny afternoon. You just take it outdoors. Okay. Let's do these. Outsmarted myself. That happens way more than I would like. Way more often. Oh, Simba, please, buddy. Oh, my goodness. River, no.
There's no one here, guys.
I'm sorry, Angela. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry about the shenanigans. Baby, a little help with them would be greatly appreciated.
I don't know what they're barking at.
Probably that darn cat.
I don't see anybody.
Allison, is Cassandra visiting us today? Are they making the puppy? Is she making the puppies bark? I need a cat to blame this mess on. I saw some really sweet kitties yesterday, and some beautiful puppies. Some beautiful, beautiful babies. I love fur babies. And perhaps we should all go to the groomers. That's probably a good place for me. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you. They're telling me not to apologize. Although, I don't know. I could lock them outside, but then I'd just spend the whole time feeling guilty. I know some of you guys have outdoor dogs, and that's cool. Ours are our family members, so they stay in with us. Hi, Charity and Blue Daisy. Is that right? The other cat, Shadow, she's new. And she's normally out doing her cat thing, huh? All right. Well, they do like their shenanigans. I mean, what else do they have to do besides cause trouble? I can hear somebody running outside, so that may be what they're all upset about. Those darn kids, not that darn cat. No, Simba. No, no, no. No. He's like, she takes away all the fun. I do, don't I? Both of you, cut it out. Go away. Out. Thank you. Thank you, guys. For those watching the replay, I really, really apologize for my frazzled self today. I know the guys in chat, they don't care because they love me. Not that y'all don't. That's not what I meant. I'm just saying that if you're not in chat yourself, all of the shenanigans are not nearly as nice with the drawing. Wow, I don't know what I was doing with that. So this takes a bit of time, but it's certainly not hard. It's not particularly focus intense, although judging by me, yeah, we're just going to leave that there. Hi, Darcy. Thank you. That is so sweet. By the way, oh dear, I'm not even going to go where Angela is with this. No. By the way, though, Carlito, there is a guy on Facebook. I don't know if you are on Facebook, but there is a guy, and he may be on Instagram. I'm not sure. His name is Carlos Lanzadera. He is from Spain, and he does all of his tangling with a ballpoint pen. And I was just looking at something. Yes, I was on Facebook. It was an appalling experience. I was there for hours because, once again, I get sucked in and I can't escape. It's like prison. I'm just kidding. Anyway, he has this gorgeous, big, huge piece on there done entirely with 2 colors of ballpoint pens. And that guy can make a ballpoint pen work for him. He uses stipple, the little dots for shading, and it's spectacular work. So don't ever think you can't make what you have work for you. He said he was doing it that way before he could afford decent pens. And now he's kind of known for his ballpoint pen art, which I just find so cool. Lanzadera, Carlos. I'll have to figure out. Carlos Lanzadera. Carlos, what's his middle name? I will get his info for you guys. He's spectacular, a great artist. He is very, very whimsical with his art, and there's always something interesting in there. Nancy, you're going to be broke if you keep this up, woman. Stop it. I don't want you to be broke. I want you to be able to afford your art supplies. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why I can't be in sales, because I feel guilty every time somebody spends money. It's terrible. It will never work for me selling things. Is okay, I'm assuming Angela is making jokes in chat. Yes, Carlos Cano. Yes, Carlos Cano Lanzadera. That's it. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Oscara. That's exactly who I mean. I do. Carlos Cano. That's Cano with a C-A-N-O. So up here, I'm just gonna keep going. And here I'm literally gonna do batten, because that's just gonna work here. In which case, that's perfect. All right. I kind of like this pattern. I think it's cool. It forces me to slow down and take my time. And Carlito, you wanted some aura practice. This is a great pattern for practicing auras. All right. You guys are distracting me again. Okay, so now let's do some shading and have some fun. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you that on this bit over here, there are several shading directions that you could go with this, okay? You can use a pencil and shade each and every little spot, and this will be extremely cool and effective. Of course, that's not what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is going to work too, but it's going to be faster. Okay, so each place where you have perpendicular lines, that's where you want to shade. And of course, around your elements. Okay, so what I'm going to do is use my sketch and wash. And I'm going to first go around the edge carefully. Carefully, Cindy. I'm going to try really hard not to encroach in here. I need to sharpen this. It's really getting dull. And these sketch and washes, you can use dry if that's what you want. So I can just do this and leave it there and not do anything further. But the shading gets so much more intense when you activate it with water. So that's what I'm going to do. Simba, shh. Holy cow. I just start chilling out. And we gotta start going in. Yep.
Dylan is sitting right next to the car.
What?
Dylan is sitting right next to our car. So
well, that's what our problem is. Can you please go ask him to move?
Alright, Dylan's going to his friend's house.
Okay. Wow, this is not my day.
I can still see him.
Okay. So the other thing I'm doing is I'm putting this sketch and wash around all... Simba, buddy. Mar, please.
I was hoping. Hey.
Thank you, baby.
Simba, stop barking.
Simba's being naughty.
Well, that's going to be physically impossible.
Well, how about you run out the back door and see if they'll chase you out there? Phew. Thank you. Sorry, guys. I know you said don't apologize, but I can't help it. So I'm just putting the sketch and wash around each of these shapes, trying very, very hard not to get inside, because I'm going to want these to put a highlight on. I'm going to use my white charcoal on this. So I'm going to want around the edges part to be really dark, and the top of it really pure white. Well, you know, as pure white as gray can be. I don't think they're protecting me, Angela. I think they're just being naughty. And loud. with a little bit of crazy mixed in. The crazy is me. Well, I won't lie. River's kind of a nutball too. So these little guys, it's going to be almost impossible to keep these clean. Well, hey, it worked, didn't it? They stopped. John is laughing at me because I said, run out the back door. They'll stop. They did too, didn't they? Okay, I'm going to try to make sure this Sketch and Wash isn't anywhere where I want to keep it clean. Now I may add some back there almost. Yeah, I don't know why I lifted that up. Just being me. Just being me. All right. We gotta take our solutions where we find them, John. All right. So I'm not starting before I have my paper towel either. Which of course I forgot to prepare. Now we're ready. Okay. So here we go. Or not. Let's get some water going here. There we go. I forgot to go around this guy. Hi, Nisha. Where are you from? It is a madhouse. I haven't yet, Nancy. I will look. Dubai. Well, hello, Dubai. Welcome. I think you may be my first person from the UAE. You are most welcome here. Your name is beautiful. Aloha, Kim. Now I know what you look like in my head when I see you. Oops. Now this is a bit messy, but it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, try not to have any sharp lines and you'll be fine. What you really just want is the dark all the way around. And the clean top on your shapes. And remember, if you get something that's too much someplace, you can always lift that out before it gets dry. Just keep your brush clean. You'll be good to go. So your aquarelle graphite pens work well, Valerie. I really want to look at those and see what those are like. I'm really enjoying the sketch and wash. I would like to have a finer point on it, I think. I'm not sure a pencil that soft can have a fine point, and I don't want to break it, but interesting. Whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to get off camera. Yes, yes, somebody's yelling at me. What's up? What's up? Was I off? Yes, Kimberly. Kimberly. I sure wish I could get an answer to my question. Wait, Kimberly, don't leave. What was your question? Hang on, I'm looking. I'm looking for it. Ah, how often you squeeze and what brand to buy? Oh, on the Aqua Brush? Well, it depends on the Aqua Brush is the real answer to that. Some of mine tend to be really juicy and they sort of drip out the tips. But some you really have to push hard to get any water. And it's one of those things you kind of have to get to know your pen. Now, as far as how much you need with the graphite, with the soluble graphite, that is dependent on how much color you want. Did she leave me? Aww. I feel bad now. I'm sorry, guys. I'll try to do better. All right. Now, on Vosh, I am going to run around the edges on the inside of this arrow where my little hatch lines are. And I'm not putting down a lot, and I'm not pushing hard. I'm just sort of letting it slide over the top. When graphite is as soft as this, you don't have to do much work. Hello, Taz. Hello from Kauai, Hawaii. Aloha. As far as the brand of water brush, I think the ones I'm using right now are Arteza. I have also had Derwent and an cheap brand. From my I've also got some from Sakura. So really it depends on the brush. Some of them work really well. Some of them do not. Some of them drip too much. I'm notoriously bad at putting carbonated water in mine because that's what I have on hand, because that's what I drink. Whoops. Did I go too far? I did. And so I don't recommend carbonated water in your aqua brushes. It makes them bubble out and makes them drip. So just saying, don't put carbonated water in there. All right. Hi, Jose. Let's see. All right. Did I get enough out? That one got a little narrow. And if your spaces are small, you're not going to have much room for light in there. So be careful how much graphite you put in those spots. If possible, you want to leave a little bit of a light area. But if not, dark works too. Yeah, Nancy is saying in chat that she has used a lot of different brands and they all pretty much function the same way. Sometimes you'll get a bad one, you know, but for the most part, they all work about the same. And yeah, you just probably want a set where you have large and small. I tend to use I almost never use the large. I almost always just use the small and sometimes the medium. But they sure are handy. If you work with a lot of watercolor, you may prefer a brush and a bowl of water. But for working on tiny Zentangles, they are beautiful tools. And if you like working with wet media, they're almost essential as far as I'm concerned. Definitely less messy. Carlito, a lot of people were disappointed that you didn't come to Zoom yesterday, honey. Gonna have to start showing up. And I also went and made y'all a Facebook group. We'll let Nancy in there do some work, and we'll beg Angela and some others to help out with the moderating and such, and we'll just get it going, and then y'all can have a good time hanging out. All right, one more. These are probably all gonna be dark. All right, now. Oh my goodness, Blue Daisy says she thinks Hawaii sounds great right now. She is in Canada where they have fresh snow on the ground. God love you. So the pups went back to sleep. Probably not. No, River's asleep, thank goodness. All right. Hi, Tom. I don't think I've seen you before, so welcome. It is good to have everybody here. I'm so happy that you guys are having a chance to get to know each other a little bit better. For those of you in Thailand and Asia, before we get done, I am going to do an early morning live stream just for you guys. I don't know that any of you will come, but I'm going to do it early morning anyway and just see what happens. Early morning for me. I don't know what time it'll be for you. Y'all are like 12 hours either ahead, probably ahead, I think. Hi, Carol. I'm sorry you missed yesterday, too. All right. So this is how I know I need to squeeze, is when my graphite doesn't dissolve anymore. Remember, if you need to blend it out a little bit, don't let it dry first. You want to get to it quick. Keep that brush clean. I don't think I got very much over there, did I? Now, once this dries, if you want, and I may on some spots here, want to come in and add graphite, regular graphite on top of this, you can. And lest I forget, you can also put this dry on wet, meaning if I felt like I needed to add some color someplace, like in this spot where it's not quite as deep as the rest, then I could always bring my sketch and wash in and go right on over the wet with the dry pencil, and that would be fine too. That will work. So they're really pretty versatile. And like I said, I'm a dark shader. I enjoy a dark shade, so they appeal to me because they get a little bit darker than my F pencil. Of course, then you have to blend them with your water brush, but I, this is actually relaxing to me. I actually find it very, very zenful, so you may not enjoy this kind of thing. Any kind of moving pigment around with a paintbrush is like, yay. And if it's color, yay. But, you know, if it's not, yay. It's fun. Paintbrush, yeah. Who can't be happy with painting? As long as I'm not doing big walls, I'm okay with that. How we doing in chat, guys? Zinderish and Zenanigans, huh? Bye, Christiana. We'll hopefully see you tomorrow. And if not, we'll see you the day after. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Yes, well, multitasking with kitties. It's a job fraught with danger, but it's fun. And very snuggly. All right, now almost there. Get rid of this for a minute. All right, now what I'm going to do next is sort of problematic. And so let's see, let me think this through. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my sketch and wash once again, and I'm going to, again, go over this internal line on the inside. Well, for me, this is in the ugly stage, but we're going to get it back here in just a minute. And get our white charcoal out. And pop out all the parts we want to pop. Now I'm using this on the inside where it's looping. If you don't have a loop, then you can put it on whatever side you want. All right. Keep track of which side I'm supposed to be on. Remember, if you rotate your pencil while you're doing this, your point will stay a little bit sharper. And it will wear evenly. If you care. If you don't, that's cool. That's cool. All right. This should be the last water. We'll see. All right. So I'm going to activate this next to the edge and try really hard not to have a dark line going up the side. So you know, it takes practice, and I'm sometimes not so successful. Forgot my paper towel. And I'm just sort of feathering this edge out just a little bit. Now, this is the way I do this. I know next to nothing about watercolor. All I know is what I do. So if you know better, feel free to correct me. I am happy with that. I'm not an expert at watercolor. I just know how to make it work for me in Zentangle. And you just kind of gently work the edges. Keep them damp and soft, and they should work really well for you. What you don't want is you don't want to see a line. Sometimes you're lucky and don't get one. Sometimes you do. You just got to work it a little bit with a tiny bit of water. If it's not working out, then you need to squeeze some water out on your brush to the side. Get your brush nice and juicy, and then go back in. And that usually works really well. And if I want this darker, I can go over it with a regular graphite pencil, or I can go over it again with my Sketch and Wash. All right, let's see. I might want to add a little bit more there. We'll see. I tell you, if people don't stop calling me while I'm doing these live streams, I don't know. I made the mistake of donating to an organization this year, a police and fire organization, and which I do every year. But this year they sold my number or something, because now I am getting a call from every single county and state organization that I have ever heard of, and a bunch that I have not heard of. Makes me nuts. And you know, while I am the first person to step forward and support my police and fire, geez, come on, people. And every time I would say I already donated, they would tell me that they were a different organization. I was like, I don't care anymore. Just stop calling me. All right. Bye, Carlito. Ta-ta for now. Thank you, Carol. She says she is a watercolor star, and what I'm doing now is called softening. I didn't know there was a word for it, but I appreciate knowing that. All right, so I don't know if I can lift off any of this right here on the edge. I may have gotten it wet, which is fine. And any other places? All right, so I think I might want a little more color here around this corner. So I'm just going to add some dry over the damp. And I think this is probably going to do what I need it to do. And I need some more right here. So now, this is the kind of shading thing that I hate. I never know what to do. Sometimes line weight will help you in these situations, but all right. Now let's soften this. What time is it? We're running out of time. All right, my stomach's growling. That was loud. Right. There. All right. Now, normally in a normal situation, I would. Whoops! I completely forgot one over here. Question is, which is the inside track? I don't care. I think I'm going to switch it over on this side. Forgot what I was saying. But normally I would let this dry before I went on to the next thing. But, you know, we're already getting close to 2 hours, so our time is getting short. Whoops. Just finish this up. Oh, and of course the next step is to add our highlighting, the white charcoal. Oops. And sometimes if you get something where you don't want it, you can just take your finger and lift it right off. Sometimes you can't. All right, now I would normally let this dry. It really is. It just goes so fast, doesn't it? Lost and found. The fuzzy edge is called lost and found. Many say it is a mark of a good watercolor to have a mix of hard edges and lost and found edges. That's interesting. Thank you for sharing that. Very interesting. Okay. All right. Bye, Denise. All right. So the only thing I have left, we're almost finished, and this has been completely a distractible day for me. And I apologize for that. But I'm going to bring in my white charcoal, and I'm not going to, right now, I'm not going to get in here and do any blending because that's wet, and I don't want to scrub over the top. But where that's not wet, I'm going to go ahead and add my white charcoal, which is going to mix beautifully with this gray tile and the shading. I am also going to add just a hint in these middle Voce sections. Whoops, I forgot to activate that one, so I think I'll wait. And I'm not going to make these just particularly bright, but this looks so cool. Hi, Lisa. Oops. And in my example one, I did these with, I did on this section, I did this with Jelly Roll, which is also a cool deal. So make yourselves happy with whatever you want to choose. Now you do want to try to avoid putting the charcoal directly over your graphite, because you do tend to get kind of muddy, gray mud out of that. But if you can keep your white charcoal directly on your paper, that's your best thing. Nice. Well, I'm liking the way this is coming together. I will be adding more graphite right here with my pencil to blend this shading. If you're having trouble with your charcoal pencil being too streaky, try putting it on in little circles like you do with a colored pencil. This is a good technique to practice. You can use it even with your ink pens if you're gentle with them. I think I did this with my 05 yesterday when we were filling things. Nancy, did he get his doctor's appointment? She said her husband didn't call her because he thought she was in art class. I was like, well, did he get his appointment done? Good man. You've trained him well, Nance. I have the best Nancys. Nobody else has as good a Nancy's that I have. Y'all are the best. Of course, I have the best of a lot of people. My Nancys are awesome. Of course, I have awesome Patties, too. And I'm not rushing this. I want a good, strong coat of this charcoal, so that when I come in with my tortillon to blend it, I've got something to work with. And I'm not going to blend it yet because I'm still planning on coming in here with a graphite pencil and sort of blending these two sections together, the edges and the tops. But the last thing, and you could also use a jelly roll for this, would be to stroke some of this charcoal on the tops of your little shapes over here in Strata. This pattern is called Strata. Just to brighten up those tops a little bit and make them pop out. Again, why I love using gray and tan tiles, because you have a third dimension you can work with the highlighting. Let's see. Afraid if I try these, yeah, that might work. All right. I should probably put a little bit more here. And I need to shade here, but I'll do that once we're finished. But yeah, like that. Yeah, What do you think, guys? This looks awesome. I need a white pencil and a sketch and wash. Kim, you're not the only one. I have a link to these guys on my Amazon store if you guys are having trouble sourcing them for yourselves, and you can check that. It's www.amazon.com/shop/the tireless tangler. All one word, as per usual. All right, guys. I think this turned out awesome. I hope you guys have had good time. I'm just catching up with everybody in chat. Although, quite honestly, I've been in chat all day, which has been my problem. So, yeah. Thanks, guys. My Zenders. My Zenanigan full of Zenders. A link to my store in the description. I will. If you can find one of my videos in this playlist that does not have the live stream label on it, those videos all have a link to it. I just haven't gone through and fixed my descriptions for all these live streams yet. So one more thing for me to do. But I will try to put one in there for you, okay? All right. Guys, you're the best people in the whole wide world. Don't let anybody tell you different. And I am going to see you tomorrow. This is our last 2 weeks starting today. Don't be sad. We're still going to have fun when we're done. And it's going to be all right. Okay? So you crazy people in chat, Nancy Pierce, I need to figure out the Facebook group thing with you, and then we will publish the link for that, and all of y'all can join in, okay? Don't forget to like the video, pretty please. And thank you guys so much for being here every day. You're the best. I don't know how we can have 43 people, but 49 likes, but I'm down with that. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being with me today, and I'm going to see you tomorrow.